All right, hello, wine drinking people. Today is Wednesday, August 17th. Getting ready to take down a bunch of Calera Pinot Noir tonight, some old vintage Chardonnay and a little Viognier. Should be a fantastic evening. You'll hear all about it on What I Drank Yesterday sometime in the near future. You know, this What I Drank Yesterday is not necessarily what I drank yesterday. It takes a little while to produce these things and get all the stuff together, the notes, but a lot of great material up in that section if you haven't seen it yet. And what have we got to sell you today? We have got one of the greatest wineries in Argentina, Nicolas Catena. We do a tasting with their wines every year. Well, not just one tasting. We just showed several of their wines at the Tower Club at our Argentina tasting, but we do one every year at Cafe Maxx, one of our every other Wednesday tastings that we do. Usually we have 6 to 8 wines. We sit either up at the bar or in the restaurant, depending on the amount of people that come in. Chef Oliver Saucy sends out 2 or 4 little small plates. A great time is usually had by all for $35. This is the best value in any event that we do here, folks. And we have got the wines, as I mentioned before, of one of Argentina's greatest producers, Nicolas Catena. The Catena family has been in the wine business for over 100 years in Argentina. Originally, they came from the Marche region of Italy, and like all great Italians do when they move, what do? They plant a vineyard, and for sacramental purposes, actually, the Argentines, the 5th largest producing wine country in the world. And why is that? They have a culture of drinking wine in Argentina, one of the largest per capita consumption countries in the world as well. But it wasn't until really the 1980s that they started to make really high quality wine. Not a lot of this stuff was being exported because of the huge amount of inflation in that country, but as I mentioned before, they drank most of it anyways, so not a real problem. It wasn't until producers like Nicolas Catena started traveling abroad, and he tells a story about one of his visits to Napa Valley, and he visited Robert Mondavi Winery and saw all of the research, all the experimental equipment, and it just set something off in his mind and said, we have got to do this in Argentina. We have got to be the leaders in terms of fine quality wines. And when he got back, he outfitted his Bodegas Esmeralda, one of the wineries the Catena family owned, and started working on producing the greatest wines of Argentina. And, you know, Mendoza being the area that is best known. There's several regions in Mendoza, Tupungato, the Maipú, and other areas that produce really interesting pieces of the Zapata, Bodegas Catena Zapata puzzle, their top wine, which has now been made for only just a few years, but is a blend of 5 different vineyard sites and some stunning stuff coming from this Catena Zapata label. But hey, we've got Catena Alta and we've got the Catena Classic lines tonight. And the difference between these two lines, well, the Classic line is more entry level. The Catena Alta is that next level of quality. Borderline on the Zapata, some of the same vineyard sites that go into the Zapata wine, but they just don't make the cut for the final blend. So check it out today, our little story about the Catena family, all the wines we're going to be showing at Cafe Maxx a week from tonight. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.